Hello guys, new prediction for next week, and it was a very interesting week we had. Start with the SPY, the monthly. Basically, we are still in an uptrend, nothing to show us any negativity, any pullback. This is the start of the month, so of April. So far, we are going for the upside to the 600. Moving down for the weekly. On the weekly, we can see the red candle we had to reach the 513, how much? 512.76, and buyers immediately came, closing it in red. But still, you can see there is a red and continuation. There is some red and continuation. So, is it the beginning of the pullback? I added here the 20 moving average because I want you to see something. Usually I don't use it. This is the daily, and you can see the moving average with the daily. What happened here on Thursday? It broke and closed below. Immediately what happened in Friday? Resting period, closing some options, try to predict what will be next week. But comparing, sorry guys, this candle compared to all the other candle, you basically don't see it. This is a very, very terrifying candle. I know a lot of people terrified about it. You probably watched, I don't know, several videos about it, YouTubers talking about this candle. But so far, we don't have continuation. So it could be just a shakeout. We have divergence for the upside, but still we don't have the full confirmation yet. And anyone on the daily entering it for the long side is taking a little bit of risk because I don't know if the stop loss is small enough compared to the profit they can produce with this chart. But let's move on for the 4-hour chart. And on the 4-hour chart, what we can see, we draw this Fibonacci extension. 524 was our last area for reversal. What we had, it touched, came back, double top, tried to pierce, and immediately got rejected. And this is the first sign when we have, let's say, a break for the upside and immediately get rejected, not in the second candle, immediately at the same candle. This is a nice sign for a nice pullback. And this is the reason why we had, I think, this big pullback. And what I didn't like the change of the trend on this my indicator. This is not that good because it doesn't happen many often. Let's move it. Sorry for lots of line which I follow. I don't usually delete them, but you can see when we have the uptrend, when it change, it's usually a bigger pullback, and it sometimes tend to give a sign for the first big pullback. This is on a downtrend. I'm looking for an uptrend. This is a big uptrend, and you can see it when it change, it's pullback. So let's move a little bit further. Honestly, I don't have much data here. I don't want to reload it. So this is the main reason for the SPY. I don't like this change because this could be the first change in trend and give us the pullback for the 500 and even below. So what we see here on the 4-hour chart, we saw the momentum is slowly reduced and losing its momentum and its power, but I needed to break here. the 508, the 509. I needed to close below and break it to make a better impression for the market need to move for the downside. So far, it could be just a shakeout from above, shakeout from below, even though, remember this one. We have a small divergence for another reversal, but this could be a weak reversal. This is the main reason why I don't like to enter long or short at the moment. If we're going for the 1 hour chart, you can see the moving average start to be a little bit negative. We can see the break of the trend because moving up, this is a break, trying to take out, and then immediately this is the first break and this is continuation. So it gives more sign of the market attention, I don't know, intention to move for the downside. So let me check out something. So a key level. At the end, on Friday, the market moved up, but in order to be positive, it needs to close above the 520.50. So you can see it needs to close above it. It touched the 43, almost need few cents, and it can give us a better sign for the move up. I need it to close above. And for the downside, 515, 516, 515.90. This is the area. Even though I need to see a red close here and continuation from the downside. And if it moves down, next key target is the 500. If you want to be more accurate, it should be 499.76. Let's move on to here. 499.76. So if it's moved down below the 515.90, 16, let's say, this is the target. Maybe spike here to close some gaps while doing the move for the downside and then resting here. And below you have the lines 492, 428, 478, sorry, 74, 68, and so on. Am I biased to the downside? Not yet. I think the market has a little bit power. I think this is a shakeout. And I think the market can surprise us. So I'm still a little bit biased from the upside. I don't like this. I don't know yet if it has the power to break again for the upside. But at the moment, it can do a final push, maybe to take out all the stop losses and then make the reversal. So be very careful. It can do even, let's get back where it is. All right, I want to see something like this. This is a big red candle. This is the change. Trying on Friday to move up. Immediately I want to see it below. If we're going to see it higher, it's going to move here and don't make a big change. Something, no, I don't see it here. Let's move on. All right, it can do something like this. Move a little bit down and then try to move up and break. So be very careful from it. This is a retest. And if it's make the break here, so it can move a little bit down, resting on the 510, making a retest here on this area, and then coming down later. So this is for the SPY. You have the key area at the moment, a little bit positive, even though I'm still have an eye on this change of trend. You can see the divergence here for the moving for the upside. It didn't finish. Could be interesting, both sides. Break for the up, or below here, break for the downside. Wait for it, guys. Don't try to predict this move. Let's move on the Qs because the Qs is interesting. Alright. Qs on the daily, same big candle, same inside candle, but broke also the 20. So you see it didn't listen much for the 20. So I don't have much use in it if you don't listen. But check it on the 4-hour, didn't break, it bounced from it, which means if it's a leading indicator for the SPY, because Q is a little bit more volatile and it didn't on Thursday and Friday, it means continuation for the upside or even retest, because this is a big sideways move. You see it's straight, big sideways, so it could be distribution or accumulation. There is the, I don't know, some way to know it, but it's a resting point. You see it's a resting, it's a big one. So usually it rest, breaking, rest, breaking. At the moment, momentum is negative. You can see it here, momentum is negative, moving for the downside. Key point for bouncing up. So we have to wait and see if those buyers, you can see nice volume, can make some effort to break this one. Because if they break, a lot of stop losses will hit and it break the 450. Let's check it up on the 1-hour chart. You can see, you already can see it here, big sideways. Who wants to join on it? So there is a lot of the break here. If it want to break it below here for the move for the downside, so it didn't give the sign yet, not like the SPY. We have divergence. This is moving down. This is moving down. I don't know if we want to call this candle. So I will wait. Let's check, see the indicator, what it gives us. Same move with the SPY. Seems that, sorry guys, for the SPY, it can reach again for the 522, 521.80. For the Qs can reach again for the 445 and reject it from there. In order to make sure it's want to move higher, needs to break the 443.60, close above, and for the downside 437.90, close below for the downside. I want to see big close. So I know this is a little bit bigger. At the moment there is a weakness on the Qs. There is a weakness. This is it's very strange because the SPY make the change of trend, make the weakness, but give us a sign for a strength. But the Qs didn't make the change of trend, but give us a sign for weakness. So this is the reason why I'll be watch very closely what the markets want to do. If you move here, I know this is a big area, so let's check it out. It can move for the 427.80 here. Alright guys, maybe even here close the gap. Below it's the, where it is, this is check, this is check. I don't know, I didn't, yeah, 427 and 411, very weird, but at the moment, didn't break it, you need to break, and there is a lot of support from below, so wait guys. So my prediction, still has some power for the move for the upside. There is, you can see the momentum is negative, 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 but you can see it here. If it's be a little bit red inside, it will create divergence for the upside, like the SPY did. So be very careful with it. So I will wait for confirmation. IWM. I know a lot of people look at it, want it to move higher, but what it did, give us a break. This is the break on the second candle, false break and continuation. Resting here again, it's resting. So it doesn't mean that we have a breakthrough. It's a resting period. See it on the daily. I know the red candle are much bigger than the green one, maybe this one, and this is the main reason why I see it as a sideways. You can look at it on the weekly. You can see this is a big sideways move. Make the break immediately, fell, and no divergence yet, so it means that we could go a little bit sideways, and if it save the price on the moving average and the indicator moving down, then it gives us a good indication for continuation for the upside. At the moment, IWM a little bit weak, but again, with the Qs, with the SPY, have some support from below. You can see how it bounced once, twice, try to shake out, and there is a small divergence for the upside for above here, even though it's tried to be negative, so be very careful with it. Let me check something. Yeah, there is a divergence for the upside, so maybe I will wait for the break here for the move for the upside. Tesla had a trade on Friday. Maybe I will load it up on YouTube because it was interesting. Basically perfect prediction, but only tried it once. So far, Tesla follow the prediction, sideways move for the upside 180, immediately got rejected, coming back for the 160 again. What it wants to do, nobody knows, but Tesla give a sign for a strength. But it has a lot of resistance up above. So sometimes when there is a strength showing up, and this is a strength, you see the 160, you see the big volume there coming back in. Let's see it maybe on the 4-hour chart where it is. Oh, maybe on the 1-hour chart, yes. Moving down, immediately moving up, continuation move to here. So let's look at it on, see it. No, 15 minutes maybe, more clear. Not so much. All right. So you can see the big volume for the downside. Immediately buyers came pushing it. Closed here. They still make a try. The sellers try, and it holds. Buyers are very strong there. You can see divergence, small one for the upside. We had a continuation on the after hours, and it could touch the 175. I want to see how it reacts to the 175. It gives a sign of strength, but because there is a lot of resistance to 174, 176, you probably want to wait at the moment. Let me check something. Yeah, the 175 is a nice pullback resistance. If you are patient, you want to see it how it reacts to it, because if it's move above the 175, it will break the high here. So I don't know, if you see a break above, it will take out all those stop losses immediately, I think, because Tesla is very volatile, and then it can take out, make a pullback, give you a retest, moving for the upside. If you check it up here, you can see how it goes. It's still negative, but you can see it here. This is the divergence. This is making a lower low. This is making higher lows, making a positive trend, and now trying to be positive. And the buyers came here. Even though you can see the 147. This is my last area, my target for Tesla. So, and from there I would love to look at it for the 188. But either way, it could a break above the 175 close above, we break for the 188, and from above here 224, guys. Apple, let's make it more quick. Apple, you can see the same move, moving up, rejected, resting. Alright, but I don't like it. You see a lot of shapes with Apple. Cup and handle, reverse cup and handle, reverse head and shoulders. This is the shoulder, head, I don't know, we're gonna call it shoulder. This is a small cup and handle. So from the 181 for the 220, 160, it's a key target here maybe. Apple is very negative. Let's make it more small. You can see the negativity. He has a cross between the 50 and 200. Doesn't look that good. Usually when you have a cross, you can see this is come back inside, even another attempt for the buyers to get out with the sell orders and the sellers pushing down and pushing it lower. So I think it seems that it wants to move lower. If we can check it up, like Tesla, this is a resting. Do we have something to give us a sign? Small sign for another attempt to move higher. This is why I'm biased for another attempt. I could be wrong, but it's okay. I will wait. Because if I see a close below this one, moving for the 165 and for the 160. If I see open with a gap up, wait for the reversal and then move for the upside. Try to be very easy with my tactic on the opening. But so far Apple, a little bit, let's check it up here. Yeah, wants to move for the upside, but I want to see a clean break above the 170.50. Nvidia. This is a distribution. What's the difference between distribution and accumulation? Usually accumulation would be with a very tight and small area, and this distribution usually will be in a bigger area, wider area. So you can see here and here, this is a wide area between the, let's say 9, let's say 50 to the 8, let's say 50. And this is a big distribution. It's touching it and coming back to the downside. And you don't know where it's going to continue. So you wait for the break. You wait for the break for the upside or for the downside. At the moment, any move for the downside will bring more buyers who are in profit in this big move. They don't care. They are in big profit. They already took their profit and now they can run with it, only with the profit. They have no risk. So if the market will fall down, we just exit with a small one or maybe zero loss. But at the moment, even if it moves for the 800, can continue up. So in the longer term positive, you can see it bounced from the blue here. Just want to see continuation. I don't like the change of the trend. Trend is trying to be negative here, but it can cross the 50, coming back up and then move a little bit higher. This is a sideways. Don't like it. Same goes probably, let's see, Meta. Don't like this sideways move. Break, fake, another attempt. Let's see it moving up. If it closes with a gap down, double top, moving for the downside. At the moment, no clear divergence, so mean continuation. You can see it here on the daily. Good one. So maybe it's going up with I think where they are publishing their numbers, I think next week, 2 weeks. So we can write it and then when they publish, move for the downside. On the 1 hour chart, you can see any pullback immediately give the buyers another attempt. So nice flag here for the break for the upside. mRNA. mRNA, tricky one. mRNA, you can see here, nothing much. Started to be positive but struggling because there is a lots of sellers in profit, so they need slowly to take them out. If we check it up here, again, listening to once, twice, third, probably could move up. No divergence, momentum start to be negative, but maybe another push for the downside, bring the short sellers in and then take them out. It can move for the 90, 92. Be very careful with it. You could see it as a shoulder, head, and another shoulder. So crossing above this one, closing above, moving for the upside. mRNA, my zone is for the 180 again, but it could take time, guys. A very long time. So be very careful with it. BA. BA on the daily, what do you see? Cross 50, 200, not that good. Short continuation, moving for the downside. Can move for the 170, 180, resting, and then a break for the downside. If we look it up here, again, doesn't look that good. Negative, negative. Try to make a break. You can see a lot like Apple, like Tesla. You can see it. Move for the upside. All the bars getting off, and what we have, the short sellers. So maybe buyers are waiting for better prices or better risk reward. I don't know. At the moment, it doesn't look that good. For BA with a short continuation, just a gap down, and it immediately can move for the downside. Gold make a lot of noise. Also the silvers. I think about the silvers more than the gold. Gold, we talked about it. This is the break it had. Moving for the 2.4, 2.10 hit. Next target 2.18. Enjoy the ride. Don't try to fight. You can see a lot of volume because they see a lot of volume, they will try to take them out. So be patient if you want to re-enter. I don't know if this is a good entry zone. Usually gold don't tend to be like that, but everybody is hedging, and if everybody is hedging up what it says about the market, sometimes it correlated, sometimes it don't. So I don't know. Silver, I think it could be a good potential because you can see the move up, but if you look at the daily, the key zone was where it is. I think it was the 20. Right here, I closed above, continuation, resting on it. 2250, I think 2250. And then it just burst up, and you can see where is the potential now. Maybe here 26, maybe attack the 28. I don't know. We check it up very closely and see the big volume coming in. Don't fight it, let it decide. Don't mind the gap there. Gold and silver ETF at a lot of gaps, but it gave a better interest at the 2250, 23. Can do a nice work with it. I think now it's a little bit too late. So Bitcoin, let's go. BTC USD. Bitcoin daily. Let's go first for the weekly. What happened with the weekly? Resting period, touching it again. Rejection. This doesn't look that good on the weekly time frame. If we go for the daily, you can see it's making a lower high. So what we want to see next? We want to see a break here below the 60. So this is a big area. Do we have divergence? Not yet. On the 4-hour chart, you can see the change in trend. So it can rest, guys. It can rest. So in order for it to break down, I want to see it below 63, let's say 63. Maybe here, 62, we can spike if you want to make sure. Want to see it below the 60k, let's say 60k, 61, closing below. Momentum there, it doesn't give us any sign yet. So I will just follow the trend. It's still positive, very weak. There is small divergence for moving for the downside. You can see it here. This is high, this is low, and this is high, this is low. This is a divergence between the prices. So below the 65, maybe crossing down here, find some buyers, because it's again has a lot of buyers with profit. So guys, wait. You can do a small spike and then break for the upside. Be very careful with it. So basically it's the same. Let's sum it up with the SPY. Let's move for the forward. You can see it. Sideways move, break, starting to be negative here. This is the only sign, but a lot of stocks are resting on the blue and spike from it. And also this one, but this make a sign of a change. So it could be a false one. I need to see confirmation, and we don't. So wait, guys. Maybe this week you should wait. Just watch and see what the market is doing. Watch the gold, watch the silver. It's still coming up at the moment. The gold, the oil, the silvers are spiking higher, and this gives a sign for the market of rotation of money for more conservatives, but still the tech stock and the Qs are still strong. Any move for the downside will bring the buyers. So this is it, guys. Hope you like it. Guys, see you guys later and have a good week.